G'day, my name's Gordon Deadman and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Survival. In this series, we look at various aspects of Australian bushcraft, survival and outdoor bush skills. In today's episode, we're going to be having a look at how to set up an Australian Army box-style mosquito net. Well, today I'm in New South Wales between the towns of Stroud and Gloucester in a beautiful woodland patch. And I've just finished teaching on a private 3-day basic bushcraft survival course. And it was a wonderful course, and I'm just in the process of, as you can see, packing up ready to go home. And I thought I'd film a short video because I get a lot of questions on how to set up an Australian Army mosquito net. So we're going to have a quick look at that, how to set one up, including a couple of different configurations. Now there are a couple of different kinds of mosquito nets. The Australian Army uses the box style, which is what we're going to have a look at today. It's a low profile mosquito net, but you can also get the bell style mosquito nets. I also use those. They have a 1-point fixture. They're more of a vertical style mosquito net, and they're pretty good as well, and they're quite versatile, and I often use those as I do this in conjunction with a swag. Now, swags are used for vehicle camping. It's a vehicle camping option because you're not going to go into the hike into the backcountry with one of these. That comes down to lightweight hiking gear, and of course if you don't have any of that gear, you have to learn how to make that in nature, and that's the whole what bushcraft is all about, going into the wilderness with limited equipment and being able to manufacture what you need. So we're going to be having a look more on the equipment side of things. So this is the box style mosquito net, and these are issued to you as a soldier when you first join the army, and I've had this for many years. I've got a few of them actually, and very good piece of kit. They do come in a little bag, a little gauze pouch you can get, but this is another one that I've got myself as well, and they are a really good piece of kit. And what we're going to do, I'm going to set this up in conjunction with my swag, because it is a really good combination, and of course to keep the rain off you, you're going to need a tarp as well, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. But they are a very close knit gauze, so they do stop mosquitoes and sandflies. They're pretty good with sandflies as well. They're open at the bottom, but it's just a matter of folding it under whatever you're sleeping on, be it a sleeping mat, clothes cell mattress, or a blow-up mattress, or a swag. Equally, it's just as versatile, but the best thing about it is it gives you space at the top of your head. Now with swags, I'm not a big fan of the swags that have the zips and the actual cocoon style where everything has got the mosquito net built in. They drive me crazy because I find them too claustrophobic and there's not enough room. This, in conjunction with the swag, works really well because you've got plenty of room and you don't feel that claustrophobic feel, as well as you're not too hot. In northern Australia, those types of swags are so hot that you sweat a lot, where this doesn't give you that feel, and you've actually got the option of not using it. You can just put it to the side, so it's actually quite versatile, works really well. So let's look at how we set one of those up. So once we've selected an appropriate place with two trees about the same distance apart that you would use for your tarp, and you've got a nice flat piece of ground, very important that you've got a flat piece of ground, regardless whether you've got a Thermacell mattress or a blow-up mattress or a swag, it's the same thing. You need to make sure you've got a nice area selected, as well as we've got looked up. There's no deadfall, there's nothing dangerous. We look down low, we look up high, we look all around, make sure that we've got a correct area sighted. These swags are great. I like the plain, simple swags. As I said, I'm not a big fan of the ones with the built-in mozzie net. They're just hot, and they really are. I find them uncomfortable. These are nice and simple, really nice and simple. They fit in your car. They're easy to do. Not a lot of fuss and bother with them, and it's pretty much our traditional swag that we used to always use traditionally in Australia. Great piece of kit for vehicle camping. So I'm just going to roll that out. Slight incline here, so I want my head at the higher side because we don't want the blood to run to our head. Align the center of the swag up with my 2 trees. In my swag here, I've got my pillow, a couple of blankets and sheets. Pretty much just like a mini bed. Remember, this is for camping. Going to get my mosquito net out. Now this can be, usually I use this, leave this roll up inside my swag. It's a nice, easy to do, doesn't take up any room whatsoever. So I get that out. Now I just want to set it up roughly. There is an inside to these, an inside and an outside. It's just a matter of having a look and seeing which way, where the stitching is. Has 4 cords, 4 tie-up points. Roughly space it out so it's over your tarp. And there we go. It's just now a matter of just tying that off up to our tree, tying the 2 ends, and then we need something special to help us in that, and that's all there is to it. Here's a look at the knot that we use to attach it. It's just simply a knot that you tie your shoelace with. Round the tree once. It's just a simple bow. It just depends on however you tie your shoelaces. That's good enough. And that's all you need, because this is not holding any weight. And this allows us to lower it or heighten it, whatever you need. So it's nice and simple to get undone. We've got a bit of a breeze here at the moment, and it's as simple as that. So once you've got it tied off to the 2 trees, which should only take a few seconds, all you need is a couple of spreader bars, just a couple of straight sticks, the same length, which is the same width as your mosquito net. And now we're just going to use those as spreader bars to keep our net apart. I usually like to get one with, say, a little V in one, and you have to cut a notch in, but it's whatever you can find. The straighter the better. Then it's as easy as that. Now it's just a matter of tucking the skirt underneath our swag. From here, we can just adjust the height, test and adjust as we need. So I would like this a little bit higher, so I'm just going to go and adjust the ends. And there you have it. It's as easy as that. 2 sticks, 2 trees, and that fits neatly over your swag, and you've got plenty of room in here to sit up. With a lot of those other swags, so when you're the cocoon stuff, you don't have a lot of room. They can be quite heavy and bulky. This weighs nothing. Now, of course, if it's dry weather, you can sleep like this, but if you've got rain, you're going to have to set a tarp up. And we've had a look at how to erect an Australian Army Hoochie in a previous episode, so check that out to see how we do that. And it's just a matter of combining this with that. It's that simple. Whether you use a swag or not doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer to sleep on the ground in, that's all you need to do. So it's very, very versatile, and it works extremely well. Now, when we set up the mosquito net with a tarp or an Australian Army Hoochie, as we've seen in an earlier episode, there is no difference. We select our tree, we put our spacer bars in. The only difference is that our tarp needs to be lower to the ground. Now, in the Australian Army, these mosquito nets are designed to be erected under a low profile tarp, and the reason it's low profile is because we're less visible. So that's why these are at the height they are. They're not going to work too well if it's too high up, unless you have a stretcher. So they're designed to be used with a low tarp, so it creates a low profile. But other than that, there is no change. Our spacer bars are in exactly the same way, and it's tied off to the trees in exactly the same way. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short episode on how to set up an Australian Army mosquito net. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, share them, like them, and tell others about it so that we might help rekindle bushcraft in Australia. If you'd like to check out the courses that we offer at Bushcraft Survival Australia, go to bushcraftsurvivalaustralia.com.au. My name's Gordon Dedman, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Bushcraft Survival.